Ladies and gentlemen, I have told you many, many times, living in a system of racism, white supremacy is going to bring you a level of stress that you can't really relieve. Some people try to relieve it with, alcohol. Some people use drugs. Some people do all kind of things to try to relieve the stress, and they don't even know why they're doing these things. But just the everyday life that black people live here in America is just stressful. Like for me, I have to leave this place at least a week or two for my sanity. And then I could come back and deal with it for the time being while I'm still here in Babylon. But we have a story out of California. And it's a high school administrator. She said her race and gender made her a target of harassment, causing her to resign from her job. Now, the sister said the experience not only impacted her health, but motivated her to to take herself out of here. Let me not use that word. So West Campus High School assistant principal Elise Verscher told the district this week she had decided not to return to Sacramento City Unified School District. So some of you brothers and sisters that live out there. The educator said she was exposed to several racially motivated incidents while on the job and that no one from the district supported her. I can believe that. That's liberal California. That's liberal white supremacy. They the same like the Republicans. You see, she said the nasty, hateful, and obscene rhetoric pushed her to have, thoughts of taking herself out of here and caused a breakdown in her health. You see, in her email, she wrote after experiencing multiple stress-induced seizures on November 10, 2021, and an unsuccessful, taking herself out of here attempt in December 2021. He said, I now have the strength to leave the hostile working environment for good. For these reasons, I am resigning from my position as assistant principal effective immediately. Now, I will say to my people, don't let these white supremacists or their little white supremacist minions, their little offspring, don't let them drive you to take yourself out of here. Don't do that. Don't do that. Get away from them. That's the best recourse. Don't let them cause you seizures. Don't let them cause you to get to that point. Leave. Listen, no job out here is worth all that. Leave. Okay? I don't want none of my people having that in their head behind these white supremacists. But this is what I've been telling y'all. This whole environment that black people are in is saturated with evil because the white supremacist, that's what he wants to, and she wants to keep going. Now, a Brian Heap, he's a communications officer for the school district, said that they accepted her resignation from West Campus High School. Like you had a choice? What do you mean you accepted it? It'd be effective June 17th. It said after the end of the school year. Now, they say her resignation note read in part is that given the physical and emotional anguish I suffered as a result of the racial discrimination and harassment endured by me over the years and the district's failure to prevent such conduct, it said by its administration, staff, students, and parents, it said I know that I cannot safely return to work. Now it said, thus please accept my letter. It said as official resignation of my employment with the Sacramento United School District effective, she said immediately, of course. And she said, please acknowledge receipt of this notice via email and provide any additional next steps if applicable. Now, this sister detailed at least 9 different times she reported abuse and nothing was done, causing her to write that letter addressed to the superintendent and the district board of directors to have PTSD and seizures. And also she let them know she had considered taking herself out of here. Now, they say one of the incidents that pushed her to the brink happened in November 2021 when the N-word was painted on a campus building close to her parking spot. She also said the harassment included hateful messages posted by unidentifiable people on her social media profiles. She said also while in 2021 was a deal-breaking year, she also said that there was documented various degrees of harassment since she joined the district 3 years ago from students, parents, faculty, and staff in 2019. Listen, of course you're going to deal with that. You're dealing with the white supremacists. From the young one to the old one, they're all the same. Now, the sister claimed that the district refused to protect her from the onslaught of violations, including vandalism, criminal mischief, and even SEGS harassment. It said that included demeaning and degrading language. She said in her letter she recalled the incident and said of students coming in droves to produce evidence of their peers racially harassing her and posting hateful words in images of her face of then my 4-year-old son and 8-year-old daughter. Said my principal told me that despite the fact students were calling me racist names in class and during instruction, it's free speech and we could not investigate. Now, that is a lie. The Civil Rights Act prevents that all the way around. But ladies and gentlemen, this is liberal California. This is your beacon of liberal. And you see how white supremacists they are? See, if you ain't learned anything, you have been learning recently, a lot of you have, definitely in the past 2 years, that liberal white supremacy is the same like conservative white supremacy. They on the same team, folks. They both have anti-black racism, and they have poisoned their children against black people. They have. And this is why I say public schools is not a safe place for black people. It is a dangerous place, as you can clearly see with the school shooting that happened in Uvalde, Texas. It is not a safe place. And I've been drilling that in y'all head and telling you and telling you and telling you. I don't want you to be telling me later, brother, you did tell me that something happened at the school my child go to. That's why I'm telling you, pull your kids out. Listen, you're an educator. Don't work around them white supremacists. Why? Get away from there. I will move to a city where my people are at. And I know in California, that's kind of far and few in between. But shoot, sister, I mean, you're an educator. Come down to cities that got black people there. You can come to Houston, Dallas, places like that. New Orleans, you know what I'm saying? Jackson, Mississippi. A lot of black people there, right? You can go to Atlanta. It's a whole, you can go to Charlotte, North Carolina. A lot of black people there. I'm just saying, like, go to places where our people are at. At least if you have issues, it's not going to be racism. That's my thing. Listen, I can deal with other issues sometimes, but that racism is something that you can't even help, because you can fix beef sometime with your people. Now, she continued to say, unfortunately, the district has not taken this seriously and still does not take incidents of racism and hate crimes seriously. So I have to seek accountability through the legal system, which is the right way. Now, she said, the school district gave me no choice but to resign from a career I worked so hard to prepare for and enjoy. So I'm devastated the district did not take the harassment and trauma I experienced seriously. She said, I wish they would follow up with accountable measures. She said before sharing, she was felt like she was hanging on the thread. Now, West Campus High School they claim is a prestigious school with ranking 199 in the nation, 25 in California, #1 in the city of Sacramento, according to U.S. News. Boasting of a 100% graduation rate, the school appears to be quote-unquote diverse, with Asians leading 35.2%, Hispanics 31.7%, whites 19.3%, they say mixed race 9.9%, and black people at 3.4%. Let me tell you something. I know she was getting that racism from them Asians. I know she was getting it from Hispanics, and I know she was getting it from the whites. I know she was getting it from all three, because them other groups, they like to join together with anti-black racism. I know. I'm not saying all of them doing it, but they teach it, especially on the white supremacists. They definitely going to be involved with it. Now, they say in response to the sisters' resignation and going public about their lack of support, it said district released a statement, claiming that a doctor, she was a doctor, Versha, said made complaints of racist acts directed toward her during her employment with the district. It said immediately initiated an investigation into those complaints. That investigation is nearly complete. It said at this point, out of respect to Dr. Versha in the process, the district will not have no further comment until investigators' final report is issued. We expect that will happen. Now, why you wait till the woman expose you publicly and filing lawsuits? Why do you wait for all of that? See, black people, even in your job, this is white supremacy attacking you. You understand? You don't. I told you how you deal with white supremacy is on an everyday basis. Is at the school, is at the grocery store, it could be at the hospital, it could be everywhere these people are running. They have anti-black racism. And for me, how I think when I go everywhere I go, I'm always prepared for anti-black racism. I keep that guard up. I keep that battle ready look. And that way, if I deal with it, I'm always ready. It's one of those things that you don't have to get ready if you stay ready. And that's black people. That's how you should be at all times. Stay ready. That way it won't catch you off guard and you're getting your feelings hurt. Me, I expect it. So if it comes, I'm ready to deal with it. I got that way by just doing these news stories and learning the nature of the white supremacists, that you better stay on guard like that. That's just how it is. I hate this happened for this sister, but don't y'all let these white supremacists take you to the point you feel like it's better to take yourself out of here behind the Hellions. No, don't do that. But y'all let me know in the comments y'all think about our sister here. Like I said, I hate this happened with our sister and what she had to deal with. But leave those jobs. Leave. Don't endure that. Like, I'm a firm believer of this. We got to get out of working a job and creating our own business. She's an educator. She need to create her own school and run her own school. That's what somebody like her need to do.